informed me she goes. I guess she's due for her sabbatical next year, and so she's like, "Well, we have to figure out, what we're gonna do. Maybe we go back to Boston next year because she's gonna have like 7 weeks of vacation."
Whoa. What? She gets a sabbatical?
Yeah, she's been there long enough.
What?
I do not hear you, Brady. Yes.
Oh, knock it off.
Yes, we were talking about your sabbatical. There you are. Okay.
I still have the thing for my wireless mic plugged into the back of my computer.
Oh.
And sometimes it decides it wants to use that instead.
Oh.
I should actually just take that out right now.
Don't put your dongle in weird places.
I never use it anymore.
How you get electrocuted?
Look, you're too young to not be using your dongle anymore.
Yeah, you get to be my age, your dongle just dangles. Oh, ridiculous.
This is being broadcast right now?
Oh, of course. Of course. Well, when YouTube asks me if the show's made for kids, I always say no. All right, welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden. We're going to pick up where we left off last week in the Lost Spire of Netheril. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. First on that list is the Speechless Bard. She and her husband make beautiful leather products, such as a leather dice mat that when you roll it up, it looks like a spell scroll. She also has a number of dice bracelets, leather bracelets with cutouts of the dice on them in varying colors and metallics, if you like to show off your geekiness. She does absolutely amazing work. It's all done by hand. She's incredibly talented. She is over in the UK, though. So if you're going to order for a gift, make sure you give yourself plenty of time, especially with the current shipping crisis. I would... No pun intended, I think the ship has sailed as far as if you want to order for Christmas products. It may be sitting out in the bay off of Los Angeles for God only knows how long. But even under normal circumstances, because it has to cross the pond and get through customs, it can take a while to reach you. Next on the list is the Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes beard products such as oils, balms, butters, and co-wash. They now have a full line of spray-on colognes as well as eco-friendly, aluminum-free deodorants. Each of their scent profiles is a different fantasy character. Tonight I'm wearing one of their fall scents, the Harvester, which smells of crisp apples. If you are a first-time purchaser, you can log into fablebeardco.com and create an account, and you can put 2 beard oils into your cart, and if you use the code FIRST in all capital letters when checking out, that second beard oil will be discounted to free. So definitely check them out. If you're a fan of our Wednesday night Traveler game, we do have a Traveler website via Obsidian Portal that recounts all of the adventures as they are happening. The adventure log is done in the format of little news blurbs of what's going on in the region as these guys do things across the Trojan Reach. So if you enjoy Traveler, go ahead and give us a look and click the fan like button, and we hope you enjoy it. Where we left off last week in Rime of the Frostmaiden, the party kind of split. They had just gotten out of the Goblin Fortress, and they were entreated to make their way to the Lost Spire with Valish Gant leading the way. The party split at that point because Thomas Blackthorn had met a new party member, Scrapbeard, and they had some things to deal with in town. And Scrapbeard helped Thomas escape from the goblin stronghold. And while Sam and Turpin were in the Lost Spire, they met a simulacrum of Dazan, the Red Wizard of Thay, that they had witnessed burned at the stake in East Haven. And this simulacrum told them that he needed their help. And the reason he needed their help is that he needed a life spark from some living creature. His bodyguard is a white, so he obviously wouldn't apply. And he led them to the bottom of the spire, which in reality is the top because everything's upside down. And at the bottom, they found a room full of runes and magical symbols. And the simulacrum told them that this room was capable of turning an illusion into the real thing. And so they gave the life spark, the device went off, and the simulacrum is now a real boy. He is a human, flesh and blood human being, Dazan. He has all of Dazan's memories and abilities up to the point where Dazan had left to go to East Haven, henceforth being burned to death. However, the simulacrum is his own person with his own wants, desires, and personality. Where he decides to go from here is entirely up to him, as his life is now his own to live.
And I believe Turpin has asked if he wants to accompany us to see the world that from his own eyes instead of memories of his creator.
He agrees that he would love to journey back to the Ten Towns with you. He's not sure that he'll go all the way into Ten Towns because obviously from what you have told him, his master was put to the stake and he doesn't really want to be put to death so soon after his birth. But he would be happy to journey with you at least partway.
Sure. I mean, just for role play purposes, and don't need to have him as a character that we can throw into fights. And what is this guild? He was based off of a wizard, right?
Yes, he is pretty much an exact clone of Dazan, who is both a member of the Arcane Brotherhood as well as a Red Wizard of Thay. And generally, Red Wizards are known for obviously wearing red robes, but also having shaved heads and having a penchant for necromancy. Dazan did not have a shaved head. He let his hair grow, and thus covering up his Thayan tattoos on his scalp. And he also seemed to be much more of the illusionist class rather than necromancy. Dazan was an odd fellow as far as Red Wizards go. So then here's the question. Sam and Turpin, I don't think that you guys had any need to, but were you going to take a long rest before climbing your way back out?
Well, as I understood it, we have transformed. Pinocchio is now a real boy,
right?
And we're all happy about that, with some sort of concern that maybe the real boy might be a vicious wolf, but okay, that's not why we came here. And
Right.
So my task isn't done. So yeah, we can take a rest if anybody's wounded. I've used up one of my 2 spells, but really, just give me an hour and I'll be okay.
Okay.
You know, old guy.
So Sam and Turpin, you take about 4 hours searching this tower. And you, other than what you've already found, you don't find anything else. You've collected some books that you've found, but nothing in here really speaks to a way of changing the weather. You do find in one of the books that you grabbed, and let me find exactly which one. So you find in the book Ventatost that you found, there is a passage which is only about 2 paragraphs long, but it speaks of Netheri's mythalars. Mythalars are absolutely fantastic arcane devices. The closest thing that you know, in the modern times would be Elvish mythals, and they're very close to being the same, except that mythals are usually dedicated to one aspect of magic at a time. For instance, there is a mythal in Waterdeep that prevents uninvited dragons from entering Waterdeep or its airspace. Silvery Moon has a mythal that does something similar in keeping out dragons and evil folk, that keeps Silvery Moon kind of isolated in the fact that it is a friendly city. The weather there is usually once you enter the city proper, the weather is seemingly comfortable. But the Netheri's mythalars were capable of doing multiple things all at the same time. Netheri's wizardry and magic, they were unparalleled in their access to the weave. And so, they were capable of things that simply can't be done today. They were just arcane geniuses. And it speaks of mythals in that it states that each Netheri's city all centered around a mythal. And it suggests that the mythal was the reason that many of these cities were capable of flying through the sky. But you didn't find you found nothing in the spire suggesting that there's a mythal here. But you know that this spire came from a Netheri city. A Netheri city crashed somewhere in the Icewind Dale region.
Okay. So during the several hours, we'll discuss magic theory with
Dazan,
Pinocchio.
Dazan,
and Dazan.
Yeah.
I'm naming him Noki.
Yeah.
We already told him to change his name and wear different clothes and say he's a twin if he gets accosted.
So Dazan and both Valish Gant are excited by the idea of a mythal because, like they said, these mythals could do varying things. So if there is a crash city, which we know there is somewhere, this would have allowed the city to fly through the sky, and it would have been able to basically adjust the weather patterns and temperature. So, you don't just lift a city up into the sky and not have your people freeze to death. And so finding this mythal could be the answer to everyone's dreams of getting rid of the everlasting winter that is happening in the north.
Perfect. Okay, that was what the discussion was going to be, to see, is a mythal capable of changing the weather to cold? And the answer is Yeah, as far as we know.
Yeah.
Sure could.
Yeah.
Okay, so we put that in the clue binder, and we'll carry on. In my personal greed category, I'm searching for simple little things that are scrolls of like detect magic or identify, and don't know if Noki has anything along those lines among what he's got left, but I'll ask.
So, I'm sorry, what are you looking for?
Oh, well, see, I can do ritual casting, and so I just keep my eyes open for things to add. So any scrolls that have ritual spells, I'm collecting them. And detect magic and identify are two obvious ones. I've got a list that I keep.
So, possibly. So while he was a simulacrum, this is one of his big reasons for wanting to become a real person, is while there is a simulacrum, he cannot learn anything new. So he can't even regain his spell slots he couldn't regain spell slots by taking a rest. But now, one of his major goals is to go out and learn more about being a wizard. But I'm trying to see if I have something here that would work as a ritual.
Here's the list of ones that I'll put it in Roll20.
Okay.
The level 1 and 2 stuff that I might be able to use. And I just had Valish Gant for 2 of the really, really super common ones, but that's up to the DM to decide how I can get those.
I would allow you to get all of those.
Okay. We'll say that for story purposes that Noki's got them.
Yeah. He has them available. They were actually from whatever was left over that the real Dazan didn't take with him when he left. But these were what is left that you can both learn.
Okay, and so and I'll share. Let's see, I don't know what I've got, but I can't do anything with him of the warlocky stuff. But I do have some. I guess the best ritual that I have, because you can pick a couple when you take it, is Find Familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So he can learn that from me.
Okay.
Because it's not a warlock spell; it's a ritual.
Right.
Magic.
Yeah, and he is thankful for that. He doesn't require any payment. You have given him everything that he wanted. So,
yep, we're the Blue Fairies now.
Right. So you guys begin to climb out. You've got your rope that you left hanging down. Sam and Turpin, make a perception check.
Okay. Not one that I'm preparing for, just a random one here. Okay, 17.
Okay. What about Sam?
Soft 20.
Okay. So you are not surprised. Let's see here. You both climb out and you see that while you have been... Oops, that's not what I want either. There we go. While you have both been messing around in the spire, it looks like 2 bugbears, to your knowledge, 2 bugbears have entered and are in this room getting ready to... Nobody's surprised. They are going to attack you. But before we get to that, Thomas Blackthorn and Scrapbeard have traveled from East Haven, catching up with the rest of your party, and you have just now made it to the spire and come down into the entrance, not knowing what to expect, you are obviously taking a cautionary stance. Hold on here, I'm going to just bring all of these guys to bear. There's not too many of them. In fact, I would say just enough. Okay. So Thomas and Scrapbeard, you come down into the entrance, and to get into this thing, there's a long chute that kind of, you just slide down and you land into this foyer area. These in the corners here are large, like 8-foot tall, upside down statues. You realize that the spire is upside down, so the ceiling is actually your floor. And so these statues are hanging down from the top upside down. But when you come down in here, this door is open, and there is a bugbear chief in the room who is surprised to see anybody else coming in, but immediately brings his weapons to bear. Bugbear. And hold on just a moment. There we go. So let's see here. Bugbears are going to go on 20, and the bugbear chief, fuck, really, is going to go on a whole whopping 3. I am all over the place tonight. So everybody, roll initiative.
For Turpin.
Okay. Oh, looks like Thomas got 21.
23.
Yikes. So Turpin's on here twice. Okay. So Sam,
That's because I'm that good.
you're so good that you're on the board twice. So Sam, you've got these 2 bugbears in this room, and also the door leading out to the north is open. They clearly grew up in a barn. They just left the door open. So Sam, what would you like to do?
Jesus did.
I'm going to go to the other side. Actually, I'm going to sure, I'll just vicious mockery this one.
Okay. So he gets a wisdom save. A whole whopping 8. And he says, "Do you mock me, sir?"
Alright. Now if I can find D4s, that would be wonderful. Never reach into the grab bag of dice. It's always exactly what you don't need.
Right? Yeah.
I have pulled out at least half my dice by now.
Yeah, my dice bag is so full that in order to find anything specific, I got to dump the whole thing. But there's no such thing as having too many dice. Saying that would be sacrilege.
Sweet, about 3/4 in, and I found what I was needing. Let's see. Take 5 damage, you fiend.
So he failed his save. Does that mean he has disadvantage?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
next attack.
Okay.
I'm just gonna casually. Is this door closed?
Give him a little lightning bolt. So you're gonna shut this door?
It's open because we swept the ice and stuff along the bottom
Right.
and pushed it open.
Right. These.
So I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So were you gonna shut the door?
I was planning on running.
Oh, okay. All right. Thomas Blackthorn, you have this bugbear chief in here. What would you like to do?
Stab.
All right. You can move up to him and stab him as you will.
How about a 16?
That just misses.
All right.
But you still have a bonus action. You could try that again. I assume you have more than one dagger. I mean, you are of the larcenous persuasion.
Just using a rapier.
Oh. All right. Well, you could still have a dagger in your offhand if you wanted.
I'm all right.
Okay. All right. The bugbears. This bugbear is really upset about what Sam had said about his mama. And is going to move over there and make an attack with his Morning Star. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right. His mama is avenged. But luckily he doesn't get surprised, so 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay, that hurts.
Yeah, that kind of smart. This bugbear, let's see, how far can he get? Not quite far enough. He's going to throw a javelin at Turpin and miss with an 11.
And Turpin is so happy.
I'm so glad I don't get hit.
I don't have to change my magical depends just yet.
Hearing battle, this guy is going to come over and smack Sam with a 17 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For 8 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
This guy that's as far as he's going to move. And this guy gets to right there. All right. Turpin, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, hardly ever get to do anything with this spell, so I'm gonna cast a spell on this goblin that's right in front of me that threw a javelin. Oh no, you don't. So I'm going to say, you idiot, we are powerful allies of the Bugbear clans. I suggest you protect us as best you can, moron.
Okay.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay.
The one right in front of us.
Suggestion.
Nice rhyming, by the way.
What?
Nice rhyming.
Oh yeah. Well, all spells get +1 when they rhyme. So
Yeah, of course.
Fair enough.
Yes, spell save DC is 16. Wisdom save. Okay. No, he got a 2.
sweet. He should be trying to fight or talk down his compatriots.
So, okay, so you're not asking him to do anything harmful to himself, just
No,
that you are suggesting that you are allies.
Yeah, and he should protect us because if we get hurt, that's hurting all bugbears across the entire planet.
Okay. Anything with your bonus action?
No, I'm concentrating on this, and I'm a little scared. You know, I'm gonna for bonus action. I'm gonna avoid wetting myself because I've had a javelin thrown at my body.
Tighten your depends.
Yeah.
All right. So, Scrapbeard, what would you like to do?
First things first, I would like to activate my rage protocol.
Okay.
My manifested weapon is going to be a mechanical scorpion tail.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Cool.
And I'm going to use my charger feat to rush the chieftain.
Okay. Go for it. So this is ironic. You are a Warforged that has gone aspect of the beast as your barbarian totem.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Not barbarian totem, it's just a path of the beast.
Right, it's your barbarian path, yeah.
Yeah. So think Beast Wars Transformers.
Yes. So you should have access to moving your token. $16 is a miss. Oh wait, is that a? No.
Being funny.
Huh. It shows as a crit. Let's see.
Yeah.
No, it's for some reason it's a 10 was rolled. I don't understand.
I don't know why it's green, but yeah, 16 is a miss. So, quick question: you did level up your barbarian to level 5, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a bonus back.
Okay, go ahead. Now, something for you to keep in mind. So you're using a scorpion tail.
Yes.
I would allow you to make bonus attacks with your tail. Not so much with claws because you're holding onto a weapon, but a tail is a prehensile additional weapon. So a 15 is also a miss.
Oof.
Rough.
All I can do.
Okay. The Bugbear Chief. Well, he doesn't like that idea at all, so he is going to make 2 Morningstar attacks on Scrapbeard. 19 to hit. Does that get Scrapbeard?
What was that? What was that roll?
19?
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay, so 18 points of piercing damage.
Take 9 of that.
He's going to split it up. He'll make his second Morningstar attack on Thomas. 19 to hit.
Yes.
Another 18 points of piercing damage.
I'll use my reaction to take half.
Okay. You can do that. You can hold up Charlie as a shield. I just love listening to them in the background. Sam, you've got 2 bugbears. It's a target-rich environment for you. What would you like to do?
I will cast. Please don't kill me. And
I like that spell.
yeah, it's very nice.
The somatic component is falling on your knees and clasping your hands together and begging.
Yes. Actually, kobolds get that as an action. They do, for real.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the kobold's racial ability is called like beg and grovel, I think.
Yeah, something like that, where they beg and grovel for their life, and it gives their allies like the help action.
That's hilarious, but I would hate to play that.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on this one.
Okay. So he gets a whiz save?
I think that's what it was.
No, he got a 7.
Cool. I definitely have enough dice out here now for this. Cool. 14 damage, and he has to use his reaction to run away as fast as he can.
Oof. Ouch. So that hurt him.
And they came in from this direction, so that might be what I would think running away would be.
Yeah, right into the 2 guys in this hall.
Hey, they can run in a random direction.
I could just hear Thomas yelling down the hall, "Thanks." Okay. Anything with your bonus action or movement?
I'm gonna give Turkapin a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Oh God, one of those things. Okay.
And movement. If I stay here, I get hit. If I move, I'll also get hit.
Well,
So I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
Get hit.
we'll try to stop you from getting hit.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So Thomas, you see this other bugbear come running into the room, and he looks pale for a bugbear. Like he has seen some shit and some things or heard something, and he doesn't look great. He's got a little bit of a bloody nose.
I want to make a medical check.
He's suffering from your mama-itis.
Yes.
Although that's vicious mockery, not dissonant.
Yeah, dissonant whisper. His mama was whispering in his ear. She's been dead for 20 years.
Oh, that would do it. Actually, I think the game story for dissonant whispers is they can't stand the sound, so they're running away from the sound.
Yeah, he's not feared. He just runs away from the sound.
Yeah.
So what would Thomas like to do?
Can I stab him?
You probably want to use your bonus action to take a disengage, move to him, and then stab him. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do that. You could go ahead and take the attack of opportunity, but, I'm just saying.
Fine, I'll stab the guy in front of me. I'll ignore him.
You can do that, too.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, double damage.
Nice.
And don't forget to throw your sneak attack on that, too.
Yeah.
So everything's doubled. This guy's about to eat some shit.
$46.
Jesus. Okay. Hold on here. Okay. That most certainly got his attention. But he's still up. Anything with bonus action and movement?
Nope.
Okay. The bugbears. So this bugbear here turns and takes a 5-foot step over to his buddy and puts his hand on his shoulder. No, they allies. Don't you listen? And his buddy is going to backhand him with his Morning Star. But the one under suggestion ducks and he misses. And that is their turns. Let's see here. This bugbear is going to be dumb, and he's going to come over and swing on Thomas. 23 to hit. I have never done so well with bugbears. This is a first. For 9 points of piercing damage.
All right.
This bugbear is going to go over here and swing on Sam.
And this little bugbear says, wee, 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 all the way home.
15 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
For 7.
I would tell you need to get some armor, but my armor class is 10, so I don't really have a leg to stand on.
7 points of piercing damage. And
Great.
this bugbear can just get into range and is going to swing on Scrapbeard. Oh, but he stumbles over his own big feet and falls prone, coming in, and is now at Scrapbeard's feet on the ground. Turpin, what would you like to do?
I yelled, your clanmates have gone mad, and I Eldritch Blast the one that backhanded my buddy.
Okay.
So there's the first shot. That looks like 10 points of damage because he'll get hit with a 21.
Yes.
And the second shot's a 19, which probably hits for another 9.
Yes, it does.
You're fools! Because, we're powerful allies, so we don't take shit from bugbears.
Right. And he is badly wounded. Like, really badly wounded. Anything with bonus action or movement?
No, I'm good where I am. I like this non-violent area that I'm in.
Okay. Scrapbeard, what would you like to do? You've got a very badly wounded bugbear chief, a prone bugbear behind you, and a exceptionally badly wounded bugbear behind you.
I'll go for the exceptionally wounded first.
Okay. So, the regular bugbear or the chief?
The regular bugbear.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
Ah! I'm just rolling terribly tonight.
No, that is a miss.
Second attack. There we go.
That hits.
And that is a crit. You rolled a natural 20 on the die.
So, double damage. I think you're probably going to turn this guy into paste.
I think it rolled twice for me.
No, you get that's how Roll20 handles crits.
Yeah, it does it. Oh, I see. Wow. So this guy...
11 plus...
So, yeah, Roll20 does...
14.
So, yeah, it rolled both of you. It doubled your damage, so...
It gives you another die. It didn't double the his +3 bonus, strength bonus.
Oh, then in that case, this guy is actually dead. Splat.
Stab him through the stomach and lift him onto the tail before flinging him into a wall.
Yes, he is out of the way, as it were. Anything with a bonus action or movement? I mean, technically, if you move, you're going to provoke 2 attacks of opportunity. One of them will be at disadvantage.
I'm good staying where I am.
Okay.
My tail gives me +2 AC, so...
Okay. So the bugbear chief sees you turn one of his crew into a shish kebab.
Yeah. You still have the beating heart on the end of your
Yes.
scorpion tail.
He's going to
It's
swing.
more like a drill looking like a scorpion tail than anything.
He hits you with his Morningstar with a 24. Well, we've seen that hits, right?
The +2 AC? No, I don't think so.
No?
No, I'm kidding.
For 10 points of piercing damage. And he's going to attempt to do that again, because between you and Thomas so far, you're showing that you are clearly the more dangerous of the two.
How much damage?
10.
So I take 5.
And the second attack is only a 15.
So 13 damage total.
Well, his second attack was only a 15 to hit. Does 15 hit you?
Oh, I thought you said 15 damage.
No.
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm at 17 now.
Poop. Hold on. I dropped a dice. We can't have that. Okay. We are back to Sam. The badly wounded changeling.
I am not badly wounded. I am top health. Doing great.
So this guy here is really badly wounded.
I'm gonna pretend to die of a heart attack.
You want to make it?
Oh, the old fall to the floor, clutching your chest ploy.
Yeah, you can make a. Well, you're a bard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be your choice between if you want to make a performance check or a deception check, if that's what you want to do.
Good thing I have proficiency in both, so it doesn't matter. 13.
All right, so let's see here. Oh man, they are really stupid too. So the bugbears rolled a 1 on their insight check, and they think that this halfling just clutched his chest and died before their eyes. This bugbear raises his morning star over his head and is like, "Argh!" Like he did something.
Well, they've seen it before, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
so Sam, is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
Oh, I'm good.
Twitch.
I got 4 health. I'm fine.
I'm gonna twitch.
That's Sam's. This is like the second time Sam's pretended to be dead.
Yeah, it works really well.
Yeah.
How did you get so badly wounded? Is it because we don't heal up or something?
No, he got hit like 3 times with some big hits.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Ouch.
All right, Thomas Blackthorn, what would you like to do?
Yeah, you're not gonna hit because they're all over here.
Stabbity.
On the chief, go for it.
All right. 21.
That hits.
Uh, 15.
Ooh. Chief ain't looking so good. Anything with a bonus action or movement?
I want to disengage and move to the other guy.
Okay, you can do that. All right. Bugbears. So this bugbear is going to spend half his movement to stand up. He's quite embarrassed. I mean, I'm assuming bugbears get embarrassed. He's blushing a bit. And he is going to swing on Thomas. Soft 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
For 16 points of piercing damage.
I'll use my reaction again.
Okay. So 8. This bugbear is going to swing again. Oh, he hits that time. And he bashes in the skull of this bugbear, and he drops to the ground. He then moves over here and seems super concerned about Sam and is telling this one that, you kill our allies, big allies of bugbear clans. We're going to be in so much trouble. And this bugbear is like, shut up, moron. And hits him with a 19 for 11 points, which he can take. Although he is now bloodied. And that is the regular bugbear's turns. Turpin, what would you like to do?
Is your clan full of total morons?
I think so.
So Turpin I'm going to move up to Sam and pull Sam back and see to his wounds. So pull
Okay.
him back. And then for my bonus action, I remember that I actually can do something. And with that powerful wave of my arcane hand, I blast this one back 5 feet with my telekinesis right here. So he's got a DC 16 strength save to otherwise just get punched back as I call him.
No.
You stupid morons.
And he moves back 5 feet.
It's just a show of force, that's all.
And he gets this look on his face like, whoa, maybe they are powerful. Anything with a bonus action or any additional?
Yeah, the TK shove was.
Oh, that was bonus. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Scrapbeard, what would you like to do?
Hopefully roll well.
That would be good, yeah. So you've got a bugbear behind you and a bugbear chief in front of you. The bugbear chief looks much worse off.
Going for the chief.
Okay.
No, I rolled damage, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, that hits.
Now I'll roll damage.
And that's also another crit.
Yeah, so double damage.
So that's 16 damage.
And the bugbear chief goes down. And actually, there's only one of him, so. He crumples to the floor. Your next attack.
It's going to be on the guy behind me.
Okay.
It went over 20 briefly. And I was like, no way.
That's a miss.
14 work on the grunts. I'm just
That
going to fling, with a bonus action, I'm just going to use my tail to fling the body at the grunt in front of me. Of the chieftain.
okay. Yeah, he's not real happy about that. Anything with a bonus action or movement?
That's all.
Okay. So Sam, playing dead, what would you like to do? Are you with us, Sam? Or are you muted? No, there you are.
Oh yeah, sorry. Mom just came in.
Are you playing that devil game again?
No, she asked if I was playing, and she kind of said, nope, the other nerd thing.
The other nerd thing, yes.
Is that like the other white meat?
I'm just gonna lay here.
Okay.
I'm muttering, we've got to pick up some potions of healing next time we're in town.
That would be wise, yes.
I just opened my eyes just enough to give Turpin a little wink.
Yeah.
It's like, alright, yeah.
Dazan, the simulacrum, comes over to Sam and thinking that he is really dead and pulls out a regular potion of healing and pours it in Sam's mouth, giving Sam back 3 hit points.
Wait.
For a free action, I give him a thumbs up.
That's the only healing potion that the simulacrum had. Thomas, what would you like to do?
Stabbity.
All right.
22.
Yeah, that gets him.
22.
Wow, 22 exactly?
22 points of damage, yeah.
Yeah, this guy drops in one shot.
Nice.
Which is good because he was completely untouched before. What would you like to do with your movement or bonus action?
I'll just bonus move to that guy.
Okay.
Your bloodlust is calling you.
It is.
Okay. Bugbears. So, actually, hold on here. Let me look at something. Wow. So with suggestion, he doesn't get another save.
Nope.
Wow,
It's pretty awful.
that's pretty OP. Usually with charm spells, they get an additional save at the end of their turn. And I was like, maybe I missed that. Nope, that's not what that spell says. So this bugbear steps out and is like, no, don't! And this bugbear is going to swing on Thomas. But he only gets a 14.
Safe.
All right. And this bugbear is going to swing on him for attacking their allies. But he misses with a 10. Turpin, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Sam is doing sort of okay, so I'll move over here to be in front of Sam, and I'll say, your clan is worthless and deserves genocide. They all deserve to die. I can't believe how stupid you are. And I'll Eldritch Blast this guy.
Okay. That hits for 17.
So 17, and I'll throw my second Eldritch Blast at the same one. Damn, I'm good with that Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, you are. And
So there we go.
this
Another
one goes down.
Yeah, because bugbears don't respond to kindness or anything like that.
No, generally no. I mean, they are goblinoids.
They like you better if you kick them.
Yeah. It's kind of literally the truth. So the one under suggestion is now turning to you and apologizing. You know, I didn't mean for us to attack our allies. Please don't let this go up our chain of command.
Who else is out there?
He tells you that the bugbear chief led their small band in here looking for food. They've been out on the Reged Glacier, and they lost half of their clan due to fights with the Goliath barbarians of the Reged clans. And so they were kind of starving and on the run. I mean, not that you should feel bad for bugbears, but...
Oh, I don't. I absolutely don't. Yeah. Fine. You barely deserve the right to live. Here, carry my pack. Whack. Throw it at him.
Yeah, and he's like, sure, you know, and he hoists it over his shoulder, and the Dazan Simulacrum says, well, you know, I could use a new bodyguard. I can't be walking around with Christos, my white. He's going to draw attention to himself.
Yes, that makes some sense. You, what should I call you besides scum? Never mind. Scum it is. Go to the entrance and wait there. If you see any enemies approaching, run back in and let us know.
And that's what he does.
Okay, great. Now we can talk. I say, look, I've got him under a spell. He's probably only good for some hours.
8.
How can we use him?
Everybody roll a perception check.
21 for Turban.
16.
I must have done something nice for Roll20 because it's been kicking ass on the dice rolls for me today.
Which is unusual. What did Thomas and Scrapbeard get?
11.
Look.
Yes. What
We
did
heard you.
Scrapbeard get for his perception?
Let me roll.
So, Scrapbeard, you're not sure what it is that you're seeing, but you see this Dazan simulacrum, which you're not even really aware that he's a simulacrum. You don't know what the total story is, but you see him like kind of grabbing at his chest, at his midsection, and he's looking down. Turpin and Sam, you see that he is clearly in distress. And then suddenly before your eyes, the simulacrum kind of gets sucked into a vortex from feet and head getting sucked into a point in his chest. And he just gets sucked in and disappears, leaving nothing but a snowflake behind.
Holy crap.
And that's the end of the Dazan simulacrum.
Oh my god.
So evidently the arcane machine downstairs didn't quite work as well as it should have.
What, we made something else. The top hat?
Yeah, that was top hat.
What's the
Is that right?
status? What's the status on that? I ask, holy crap.
The stylish top hat melts into a slimy goo and slops down onto the floor.
Aw.
Ah, crud.
And Valish Gant is like, oh, well, I didn't expect to see that happen. I guess that machine was more damaged than we thought.
Yeah, I mean, just for grids, let's go and take a look at it.
You want to go and look back at the machine?
Yep, we go look at the machine.
Okay. Whoever wants to can make an Arcana check.
Okay, and since I have time, I will use that plus my Arcana. So, oh, great. A total whopping 9.
Well, with a 9, you're not sure what the possible outcomes are. However, you find numerous areas where the runes are broken or that the lines don't line up the way they should. You can tell that the machine is partially working. There is a possibility where a perfect outcome could happen, but you estimate that it is less than a 10% chance.
Well, this thing's dangerous. This is a dangerous thing. Is there anything worth it scrapping out of it, or is there gold poured into the runes that we can scrape out?
Not really. It seems that the room itself is constructed as the device. You would literally have to spend the next month disassembling the rune, but you're not going to get anything out of it.
Nah, we're not going to do that. So we'll just see if we do we have anybody here that can scratch on the door that this machine is dangerous and fails?
Yes, you can leave a message.
There we go. Okay, so we'll mark it as danger.
Why? They'll figure it out.
Sooner or later.
Introductions are in order.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Scrapbeard, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. And while you're doing that, I will be right back.
Scrapbeard is a big robot. He's warforged with a big scrap-made beard, as the name implies. His normal armor color was once a nice, clear, pale blue, but now spotches are covered with rust. Greetings, y'all. My name is Scrapbeard. Are you in need of bodyguard services?
Well, certainly. Out here in the wilderness, in the frozen, uncivilized lands, all of us, of remnants of civilization, should band together.
Who is to be my new master? And he puts out his hand.
Oh, no need for masters here. You.
I cannot protect without a master. The contract must be paid.
What is the nature of your contract?
Defend until death.
What is the cost?
A small bit of blood as a needle emits from his palm.
Anyone wish to join in on this contract? Otherwise, why don't you come with us and we will find your new master together? There aren't very many other people out here. This is snow as far as the eye can see.
I was working for another group, but they abandoned me.
I'll pay it. I don't want I'm getting an enemy to pay for it.
Yeah, you don't want him going up and shaking hands with the wrong person.
There you go.
Very wise. I would have turned you all into gore.
Valish Gant says, well, I'll shake his hand.
Slap hands together, and the needle pokes. Takes a little bit of your blood, and he goes, payment accepted. What shall I call you, master?
Who did this?
Yeah.
Because I know that.
Is that me or Valish Gant?
It's up to you. Valish Gant being a evil wizard who is currently on work release from the prison. I don't know if you want him to have...
Yeah, no.
Specifically why I did this. I don't want to beat him with a punch.
Right. So I guess it's Thomas then.
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
What shall I call you, and who shall we kill together?
You can call me Thomas.
Excellent, Thomas.
So, Turpin, you have this amulet.
Yes.
You can make...
And I don't know if it matters or not, but what's the status on the Horn of Blasting? Did we steal that back away?
I'm going to say yeah, so whoever wants the Horn of
Okay.
Blasting can have it.
Okay. We
Because
have one.
you guys
on
are-
my character sheet, but I'd be happy if someone else wants it.
Yeah, you guys are going to be needing everything that you can get.
Yeah.
Here
I
very
figure
shortly.
If we come across something that's crystal or stone that we need to break, that's when we whip that sucker out.
So do you want to just put it in with the party kitty, or does somebody want to carry the Horn of Blasting?
I don't have it equipped. I have it on my character sheet, so I guess I'm technically carrying it. But
Okay.
anyone else that wants to use it or carry it, just say the word, please.
I mean, it's a horn, so, I mean, Sam is a bard.
Yeah, you may have benefits with using it. I don't know.
I was about to say string instruments.
We're gonna role play ourselves into a TPK.
I actually saw online today an electric hurdy-gurdy. It's a hurdy-gurdy with electric pickups. So I'm trying to imagine what a hurdy-gurdy would sound like through an overdrive pedal.
That's the the drum that's and on the back, like a backpack, and then
No,
cymbals and
no.
or is that something else?
A hurdy-gurdy is a stringed instrument with a crank on one hand, or you turn a crank with your left hand and you play the keys with your right hand. And when you turn the crank, it works a bow inside across the strings.
Oh.
It's a very piratey type of instrument. I'm imagining that through an overdrive pedal, it would probably be the most hideous sound ever.
Well, it can't be worse than a theremin.
Well, you'd be surprised. So the okay, so you have the Horn of Blasting, and you have this amulet. You can make an Arcana check.
All right. Well, I will again ask for guidance. Oh my God, I suck at Arcana checks.
So you're not able to.
Warlock, not a wizard.
You're not able to really figure out, but holding this amulet in your hand, it feels like there are gears turning and whirring inside of it.
Yeah, I believe we last time we knew what it was. I
Yeah,
think maybe Valish Gant said it was it
it
had
is
the
the
same symbol on it as the robot at the Goblin
right.
Fortress.
And so what the Arcana check was is to try and figure out the process from the amulet of activating the Shield Guardian. Now, the Shield Guardian, if I remember correctly, the Shield Guardian, if you are on the same plane of existence and you activate this amulet, and it will turn on the Guardian. The Guardian will then do everything it can to get free itself and then come running to the location of the amulet over pretty much almost any distance. So
So we know the big picture thanks to Valish Gant, but we're over here fitzing with the amulet trying to figure out how to make it work.
yeah, you're trying to figure out how to turn it on.
Yeah.
So
Where's the key? You know, it's like banging it, hit it with a hammer.
it's kind of like fiddle futzing around with a Rubik's cube.
Yeah. Turn it off, turn it back on again.
Right. So you guys head back toward the 10 towns, specifically because you have probably made the most direct contact with people. You head back to East Haven.
Yep.
And you are in East Haven for, it takes you about 4 or 5 days to get back to East Haven, and then you spend a night in an inn in East Haven. So you get all of your hit points and spell slots back. You've completed a couple of long rests.
We'll have discussion with Noki, or whatever he wants to call himself.
Well, Noki is no more.
Oh, that's right. He got turned into a
snowflake.
Spaghetti. He got spaghettified. Right?
Yep, he got turned into a snowflake.
Man, that sucks. You know, he got to experience life for all of about an hour.
Roughly. It actually worked out to about 9 hours, all said and done. But yeah.
It didn't even get laid. That's awful.
Hey, man, at least you got some spells out of it. His loss, your gain.
That's true. Holy crap. All right, so we're back in East Haven, and the reason that I thought of him was we need to pick up some healing potions.
Yes. So
I'd like to have at least half a dozen on me.
Well,
if I can get them.
Hold on here, and I will tell you what you can buy. So they have basic healing potions for 75 gold pieces each.
Ouch.
Yeah, they're not cheap. You got to remember, almost everything here is of course imported. Now there are some local spellcasters that are making potions of healing. In the amounts that you're wanting, they'll sell basic healing potions, which do 2d4 plus 2. They'll sell you basic healing potions. If you want to buy like half a dozen of them, they'll sell you the first 2 at 50 gold pieces, and the rest will be 75.
Right.
They have greater healing potions, which are 44 plus 4, that will run you 100 gold pieces apiece. Superior healing potions will run you 125 apiece, and supreme healing potions are 150 each.
The greater healing potions are probably a good deal. At
Yeah.
100 gold pieces a piece, and it's 44 plus 4.
Correct. Superiors do 8d4 plus 8, and Supremes do 10d4 plus 20.
So what time do you put them down?
Healing potion, and I'm gonna buy. Oh, what the heck! I'm getting 6 of them, so that's gonna be 600 gold
Okay?
that I'm down. So I'm left with 402.
And so, so you're buying the greater healing potions. If you're going to buy that many, they will sell you the first 2 of them at 75 gold pieces each.
Okay, so I'll add another 50 back to my change because 2 of them were cheaper by 25 a pop. So there we go. All right, I've purchased them, and as I have on all of these trips to the city, I want to know if the city is suffering, if they're missing something that a trader could help.
Oh,
with.
you're about to hear all about that.
That's what I'm
Probably not something that a trader can help with, but you're about to hear the plight of the city. You're only in East Haven for one night, so that costs everybody 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
And your breakfast will cost you 3 silver pieces each, so it's 8 total.
Yeah, and I'll tip the barmaid for the change.
Okay. You're eating your breakfast, which consists of dark ale and crispy bacon, and of course, knucklehead trout with some eggs. And into the inn that you're staying at, which, for specificity's sake, is the White Lady Inn. In walks Speaker Daneth Whalen and the town sheriff, or really the captain of the guard, Captain Imdra Arlagoth, who you have met before. You've met both of them before. In fact, Daneth Whalen bought the Cauldron of Plenty from you for the town. And they both rush to your table, and Whalen says, "Oh, thank heavens that you've returned. We were worried that you had left and had gone missing on the Reged Glacier, but it is imperative that you assist the 10 towns, not just East Haven, but all of the 10 towns." And Imdrith tells you, Captain Arlagoth, she says, while you were away, we captured a Duragar agent in our town. He was attempting to steal Chardolin that we have kept in, as you remember, where there was the large figurehead mast from a ship is kept in the basement of the town hall, and pretty much everybody, the reason it's kept there is everybody knows that it's made of Chardolin, and everybody's told to stay away from it. Chardolin is for those that don't know, Chardolin is, if you've ever read the crystal shard. That is what Chardalyn is. Chardalyn is the broken pieces off the crystal shard. It is a demonic black crystal that can be heated and formed, much like steel. And this crystal, being demonic, carries with it a kind of like a form of almost like a chaotic radiation that if you hold active Chardalyn shards for longer than an hour, you immediately gain some form of indefinite madness. And this Durgar was attempting to break into the city hall and steal the Chardalyn or pieces of it. And the Arlagath and the guard, the town guard militia, captured this Durgar, and they questioned him. And she kind of spits through her teeth, and she's like, he was an evil, foul creature. Not at all like the Mithril Hall dwarves that we're used to, but this Durgar was a foul, evil creature. And he has told us that his clan lord, Zardarok Sunblight, is attempting to fashion a construct of a dragon made out of Chardalyn. And under suggestion spells, he told us where Zardarok Sunblight's fortress is in the Spine of the World Mountains. Speaker Daneth Wayland says, the only hope that we have is for some brave adventurers to go to this fortress and destroy this Chardalyn dragon before it leaves to destroy the 10 towns. And Captain Arlagath tells you under no uncertain terms, this Durgar said he's building this construct of a dragon to leave and destroy the 10 towns and kill all of its people. His goal is to destroy Icewind Dale completely. And they're asking you to help save the 10 towns.
Boy, when I decided to spend the rest of my life trying to help people, I didn't think I would be sucked into such violent adventures. But I guess that's the nature of the beast. Maybe that's why that...
Captain Arlagath says, you have to understand, we don't make this request of you lightly, but you have gained a reputation among the 10 towns as being people who can solve these kinds of problems. We have no one else to turn to.
Not to worry, we'll help you out. I'm constantly surprised at how much death is accompanying my efforts to do better for people.
My vacation in the north sucks. I'm having to kill everybody I meet.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to make the world a better place, and it seems like the best way to do it is to kill every other person.
I find that's often the case.
See the world, kill new people.
Yes, exactly. Okay, well,
this sounds really expensive to me.
Okay, so you say it sounds really expensive. So
we definitely at least need some healing potions.
So to read exactly what Captain Arlagath and Wayland say, they tell you, invisible enemies walk among us. We have seen their boot prints in the snow, and now we know that they are Durgar. These malevolent dwarves of the Underdark have infiltrated 10 towns in search of rare crystal known as Chardalyn. With it, they're building a mighty construct that will lay waste to the 10 towns if nothing is done to stop it. Our militia captured one of the Durgar and forced it to divulge the location of their mountain stronghold. Therein you will find a Durgar warlord named Zardarok Sunblight. He aims to conquer Icewind Dale and destroy us all. For the good of the 10 towns, will you penetrate the Durgar fortress, slay this evil warlord, and destroy the terrible weapon? Not to confuse that with penetrating the evil warlord or penetrating the construct. That doesn't sound like a good time at all.
It's good
So-
to be old. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
I'm sure there's a spell for that. Levitate?
The magical. The what is it?
Stone
oh
skin
my
and
God,
levitate?
No, I was thinking the blue pill that people take.
Mm.
I need that ought to be a cantrip, right?
Yeah, cantrip of Viagra.
That's it.
So
That's a good one.
when Thomas brings up that this sounds like an expensive outing, at first the speaker kind of scowls and he apologizes. He says, "I'm sorry. I guess I misjudged you."
No, my good man.
But
You
when
at least have my attention.
But when Thomas brings up, that we should at least go with some healing potions, Speaker Waylon kind of backpedals and goes, "Oh, I apologize. Of course. Well, we'll send you with 10 healing potions."
Okay.
And these 10 healing potions are going to be superior healing.
That's the 6d4.
That one is on here, and I will tell you. For as often as I have to look up healing potions, I should have this chart memorized.
Well, instead of all those funky names, they ought to call them the 2d4 healing potion.
The 44 healing, right. They'll send you with the superior, 10 of the superiors, which are 8d4 plus 8.
Okay.
And Captain Arlagoth, she says, "I will leave to procure those and bring them to you post haste." And she leaves to go get these healing potions. And they're going to put them on the town speaker's tab, as it were.
All right. And we'll distribute those out whenever we get them. We'll resupply with food and anything that we consume during our trip.
Yeah, probably. I would say that each of you would spend a gold piece resupplying.
Okay.
You still got your 3 dog sleds and teams.
Do they have any fire whiskey here?
They have yes. It is a dwarven whiskey called Fire Brandy.
Yeah, I purchased several barrels and moved them around during my earlier efforts to make the world a better place.
Yeah, they have.
When it didn't have as much killing.
Yeah, they still have some of the stuff that you sold them here in East Haven.
Well, since we're going to be gone for a good while, we probably ought to have something good to drink as well as some good food. So I'll see about buying a barrel.
It's funny that you say that. So Gabe and I, Gabe has already finished the book. I'm reading it now. It's a traveler book called The Wagner Incident. And the ambassador is just a complete alcoholic. He actually makes me look like a teetotaler. And he's sitting there drinking this whiskey, and they're worried about this town, the mob in the city coming and destroying the embassy. And the Marine lieutenant asks him, she says, "So is that your doomsday whiskey?" He says, "Oh no, this is only 25-year-old. I've got crates of this stuff." He says, "No, my doomsday whiskey is the 35-year-old. And so then the mob is actually coming, and he says, he asked the lieutenant, he says, "Do you think it's time that I should open up the 35-year-old bottle?" And she goes, "It might be." And so he opens it up, and the two of them drink half the bottle. And at first he's adamant about not leaving. And she finally tells him, "No, you're leaving even if I have to carry you." And so they go upstairs, and come to find out, he already had a go bag already packed and ready to go. And they get back down the stairs, and he says, "Wait, the bottle." And she says, "What bottle? What are you talking about?" And he says, "The 35-year-old. We only drank half of it." And she says, "Oh yeah, you better get that." So they stop to go get this great bottle of scotch.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that death is less significant.
I found it hilarious. They went back into his study to get the half bottle of 35-year-old smoked scotch. So, yeah, the barkeep at the White Lady pours you a bottle and stoppers it with cork and wax. And Captain Arlagath shows up with with a bag with 10 vials of superior healing potion in it. So 10, each of you get 2. That leaves 2 left over to whoever wants it.
I'll keep 4. I can distribute them with Mage Hand.
That's true.
I have, telekinesis.
That's true. So everybody gets 1, and there's 4 in the party kitty. Were you going to distribute the ones that you purchased?
Yeah, sure. They're less effective, so that we should be using those more often, although they actually cost money, but that's okay. So 6, so I guess everybody will have 1 and I'll have 2?
Sure.
Okay. And
so 1 greater and 1 superior.
so I think everybody has 1 greater that I distributed out, and what, 2 superiors.
There you go.
Except for me, which I have the extras because I can fling them around the battlefield if I have to.
Right.
And I have a bottle of dwarven whiskey.
And a bottle of, yes, fire brandy. So, I mean, other than Turpin and Thomas, nobody else will say anything. How does Sam and shit?
Let's see.
Scrapbeard. How does Sam and Scrapbeard feel about going into the jaws of certain death?
I will follow the one I signed the contract for.
Well, that was easy.
Also, I do not know if I can ingest health potion.
So, that's a really good question.
Let me try with this ale. And he puts the drink to his mouth and it just starts pouring down his chest.
So, there's a weird thing. So, it's weird in that Warforged aren't actually constructs. They are considered medium humanoids. So, you are basically a construct that has been imbued with sentience. So, therefore, cure spells and healing potions will work on you. Which is a huge benefit over 3rd edition, where if you use like a cure spell, it only restored like half the hit points. Instead, somebody had to actually repair you. So, yeah.
Memory banks restored. I can use health potions.
He probably farts and burps, too. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want that? So, looking at this map, you can see that Sunblight is almost directly southeast, or barely east of East Haven.
All right. And just to unclutter my sheet, there's no point in me carrying a list of any of the books that we found at the Spire.
If you were to sell them to an interested party, they're probably worth anywhere from 50 to 100 gold pieces each.
Okay.
So there is some value in them.
Yeah, but get them in a library, because I'm going to go out and probably get myself killed. So then it cleans up my character sheet.
And I didn't create a handout for what Sunblight looks like, but all of you can make. Well, first of all, so Scrapbeard is your new resident barbarian. So Scrapbeard, make a survival check. You're going to be leading the party through the snow and wastes of Icewind Dale. And the thing to remember right now, so for Scrapbeard, right now, for the past 2 years, the winter has never ended for 2 years. And the sun, when it rises, is only good for about half a day, and it never rises above the Spine of the World Mountains. And so, really, daylight is more of like that dusky twilight that you would get. And then the rest of the day is all in darkness. So it is cold. There are frequent blizzards that come down off of the Reged Glacier. Even the Sea of Ice isn't moving. Usually the Sea of Ice is a series of icebergs that move around in the ocean, and even that has slowed down. So the polar bears love it, but not so much everybody else. So what'd you get on your...
7.
You
Got 7.
Okay. All right.
And so, yeah, continue. It's been like a week because we spent 4 days coming back, and we've prepped, so maybe 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
During that time, I continued futzing with the Rubik's Cube Shield Guardian Control Amulet.
So this time, you think that you may have been successful. There is a change in a brief buzzing change in the vibration of the amulet, and you think something may have happened, although you don't know what that something is.
Interesting. Well, I keep playing with it.
Okay.
But, okay. All right, moving on.
Hold on a moment here. So you reach the Spine of the World Mountains just as a snowstorm starts to blow in. Everybody make strength athletics check for climbing.
Is this a long duration thing where I can basically say, you know what, I'll come back in 3 or 4 hours, or is this
not
something I need to do right now?
It's pretty much something you need to do right now.
All right.
Can someone ride on my shoulder?
Possibly, yes. Especially Turpin. He's old. They get really light when they get that old.
Yeah, Turpin's 90 plus years old. Just to let you know.
So I rolled a 22.
And I rolled a 2.
Yeah, so I guess Turpin's riding on Scrapbeard's back. What about Sam and Thomas?
I got an 8.
Oh, shit.
Big Thomas also wants to ride my shoulders.
So the last time we got into some sort of avalanche/blizzard thing, Turpin just said, you know what, I'm going to take 5 in my condo.
Well, being intelligent and having done this before, you would all be smart enough to tie each other off with rope.
Definitely.
Yeah. What did Thomas get? 18. So Sam's 8 isn't a huge detriment. And Scrapbeard not only has Turpin on his back, but he's kind of dragging everybody else up. He's like reaching back and grabbing the rope and pulling people up. And after about a half a day of climbing this icy, snowy crag as the wind is blowing at you, it feels like where the snow is so cold that it's almost ice particles, and it feels like the wind is strong enough that it's boring them into your face. Beyond the snowy foothills, low-lying clouds obscure the icy peaks of the gargantuan mountains that form the spine of the world. Eventually you get above the clouds and behold a sheer mountain wall rising more than 100 feet before you. Carved high on the wall are rows of arrow slits with lights burning behind them and clanking sounds issuing from them. A narrow staircase hewn from the rock leads up along one side of the wall. This staircase is barely 5 feet wide and climbs 150 feet to a frost-covered shelf that stands before an entrance before this fortress. Now, this fortress, it is carved out literally out of the mountainside. It has no decorations or adornment other than the arrow slit windows. But there's no artistic flair or anything like that.
I asked Sarah to, as always, invisibly investigate whether there are bows and arrows pointing out of the slits with eyes attached to them, or look up from above down on this fortress to see what kind of welcoming committee is waiting for us.
So Sarah is your familiar, correct?
Right.
So you can see through her eyes. Go ahead and make a perception check.
14.
So you can see that there is some. You can't see people exactly, but you can see that there are shadows moving. There are clearly there is inhabitation behind those arrow slits. From high above comes a loud grinding noise as large sheets of ice break off the fortress walls and tumble down the mountainside. Suddenly, great doors of ice previously hidden under the snow stand open more than 300 feet above you, and from between them flies a huge dragon made of dark ice. Its eyes glow with a bright golden light as it lets out a terrible roar, hurls itself into the air, and glides away from the fortress, then turns and heads north towards the 10 towns.
Oh, crap.
So this is the Charlatan dragon, and it's got glowing eyes, and Sarah can see this clearly. It is clearly a construct, and its mouth, it doesn't open and close its mouth. Its mouth looks like the closed, grilled faceplate of a knight's helmet. And there is a glow inside of its mouth. And it takes off and flies. It's like 250 feet over you guys and hauling ass. And it is moving and turns and heads towards the 10 towns. So the question then becomes whether or not you want to climb your way back down the mountain and head to the 10 towns to deal with the Charlatan dragon, or do you want to continue into Sunblight Fortress?
Well, Turpin's opinion is that we can't outmove that thing. We're moving through difficult terrain. Most of us can't really move too quickly through the snow, but in any event, it's flying and going fast. So I vote we go into the keep and see if we can find a control or something like that and stop it from the keep.
Okay, what does the rest of you think?
I think that's probably a really good idea.
Besides, I've been cold for like 4 or 5 days.
Tom's Blackthorn, it's killing time. All right. What does
We're right here. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it's killing time. So are you gonna head into the fortress to do killing in there, or are you gonna run back to do killing out there? Okay, inside.
And so I'll ask Sarah, my intelligence 10 or so familiar, to visibly go inside the gigantic open doors and see what's going on in there, and watch for how those doors are opened and closed.
Okay.
Being prepared to try to open them if I ask.
Okay.
So she's not going deep. She's just staying. If she sees somebody who's got a lever or a button or something that's closing and opening the gigantic doors, then that's of interest.
Okay. Let me put you guys on the board.
And I get the horn of blasting to where I can reach it. I'm not. It's hooked to my hip or something like that, because if we're coming up against a Charlatan dragon, that's what I'm going to use.
Might not be a bad idea at all. Okay, so you are on the board. They called that the difficult decision. You guys didn't seem to have any difficulty with it at all.
No, we spent days getting here. It's like by the time we got to the 10 towns, we would have found a smoking ruin.
Well, and that's kind of how I felt about it reading it too. I'm like, well, I mean, now there is the assumption, of course, that at the bottom of the mountain where you started your climb, your 3 dog sleds are down there. So it's not, it's not impossible, but it took you like at least half a day to climb this far. And you're in the middle of a blizzard. I don't know. I personally think you made the right decision. And I kind of, reading this, I was like, I don't know anybody that would try to chase after a flying dragon that is already 250 feet overhead and is going to be more like 650 feet by the time you get to the bottom of the mountain and is moving at full flight speed.
Now, if I was a higher level character, I could fly after it or do something and do Earthbind or something, but we can't do that.
Right. Yeah. So I will just go ahead and tell you, foreshadowing, by the time you get done with the fortress, you will reach 6th level. Just so that you don't lose patience with lack of leveling. This is worth 6th level. Moving east from the top of the stairs leads you to an entrance of the fortress. A 10-foot-high double door of featureless stone. An arrow slit facing in your direction guards the outpost. So this is the arrow slit. You can see light, like a soft glowing light, warm amber, but you don't see anybody at the arrow slit.
Okay. And Sarah went, where did the dragon come out?
So the dragon actually came out about 300 feet above you and flew.
That's where Sarah is.
So there's another level above you.
Okay. So I'll call her back because I thought that's where we would have to enter, but we found a lower entrance.
Correct.
Okay. So she can work her way back to me. Along the outside, not along the inside.
So there are these 2 gates. Let's see. They don't appear. They are just solid slabs of granite. There's no handles. There's no features. There's no windows on them.
Okay. Well, I'll let the rest of the party try to figure this out while I work back here in this corner wherever I'm to. It's going to take me several minutes to prep, but I'll do find magic, detect magic.
Oh, detect magic?
Yeah. It's a ritual. One of my new things I picked up.
I can tell you, so detect magic works within, is it 60 feet?
I think it's like 30
or is
feet.
It 30 feet?
So I want to be close to this door so that I can, let's see, so what's 30 feet?
So you don't detect any magic.
Okay. I want to be like around there somewhere. Okay. It's just to find things that might actuate the door.
The arrow slit is 5 feet tall and about 3 feet wide. So a small or smaller creature could fit through the arrow slit with a minor climb. It's about 10 feet up off the ground.
Well, Sarah can go in there and see if there's somebody with spears waiting to kill us.
Yes, a halfling can climb through.
Yeah, the halfling can, and the familiar is a tiny and can fly and be invisible. So as far as scouting goes, the familiar can find out if there's something horrible inside here waiting to kill us.
Okay. Thomas Blackthorn, make a strength athletics check to climb up through the window. Okay. So you climb up into this room. Hold on here. Thomas and Turpin, you see this through Sarah's eyes. Let me find 6. This room is heated and illuminated by braziers of glowing hot coals. Visible on the west wall is an arrow slit, an iron lever, and a heavy iron winch. A floor-to-ceiling iron cage in the middle of the room contains an elevator shaft with chains running up and down from it. The chains are in constant motion, and you hear loud mechanical noises higher up the shaft, and further down as well. A double door is embedded in the middle of the east wall. Air enters the room through a row of 4 arrow slits in the southern wall. You see, suddenly coming into visibility, as if ending an invisibility spell, you see this Duergar. And he has not raised his weapon. He's carrying a heavy crossbow. He keeps it pointed towards the floor. And he tells Thomas Blackthorn, he says, my name is Drek. I assume that you are here to deal with Clan Chieftain Zardarok's Sunblight.
I say, indeed I am.
Drek tells you, he says, I am a follower of Grandalfa Musgart. You can go ahead and make a history check, but I doubt you're going to get it. But you can make a history check. Now watch him get a nat 20.
No.
And, of course, Turpin, you can make a history check as well.
I'm not sure that I know that I'm involved in this.
Well, Sarah's in there, so you're seeing through Sarah's eyes and ears.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do it, and we'll see what we have. But just a 10.
So you have really no idea who Grandalfa Musgart is. Drek tells you, he says, suffice it to say that Grandalfa is a interested party in the removal of Zondarok. I will not impede you in any way. Yes, the enemy of your enemy is your friend. And you see Drek reach over and he throws a switch. And when throwing the switch, these doors open and this portcullis raises. So, Scrapbeard and Sam, where would you like to move?
Go in here.
I'd like to go inside.
Okay.
Click.
Okay.
Is this the same kind of deal as the one he went through?
Yeah, we're about to get to that.
Okay.
So, my first question is, does any of you speak Dwarven or Undercommon?
I might.
I do. I speak Dwarvish and Infernal.
Okay.
Yeah, Undercommon.
Okay. So, all right. So, beyond the portcullis is an empty room with a narrow opening at the far end and an arrow slit in the western wall. when you guys come in, so Turpin doesn't really, he can't really be seen very well from the arrow slit. I mean, if you look at the arrow slit, you're not going to get a very good angle of view. But Scrapbeard and Sam, you can suddenly hear beyond the arrow slit, in Dwarvish and Undercommon, you hear, "To arms!" this female's voice. Now, hold on, I have to bring these to bear. Evidently, Duergar don't need a whole lot of space for their rack time. You hear in Undercommon and Dwarvish, "To arms!" And you see these, through the arrow slit, Sam, you can see doors here and here opening up. And you can see that there are Duergar in there putting on their armor and grabbing weapons. It's going to be like a round before they can get out. I suppose what I need to do at this point is put you guys on the board. Let's see here. And I need to find me some Duergar.
Aren't they already on the board because
Well,
they're invisible?
I need. They're all invisible. Yeah, no, I need to.
We're surrounded. There's 5,000 Duergar, right?
I am looking forward to the new edition of the Monster Manual that's going to have everything in alphabetical order rather than groups. Because my brain just doesn't work like that. If I want to find Red Dragon, I think, oh, I better look under R. No, it's under D for all the dragons. But not the Shadow Dragon, and not Dragonborn or Half Dragon. No, they have their own entries. The layout of this book is dumb. Yeah, it's very dumb. But, yeah, so here we are. She's on top of things. That's why they put her at the arrow slit. She's the smart one. These guys aren't too bad. And you guys can roll a niche. So, Scrapbeard, you got a 16, I take it? I like how Corey thinks ahead. He knows how He knows how I roll. Turpin got a 7. Jesus, Thomas.
Nice.
No shit. What did Sam get? What'd you get for initiative?
Soft 20.
I like how Sam is so enthusiastic that he'll run in and get killed first. Well, second.
He's healed up. All the scabs are gone now.
So far. So
Sam the masochist.
yes. So Drac looks at Thomas and he says, you could hear this in Dwarvish and Undercommon, this yell out. Drac looks at Thomas and says, "You better go help your mates, matey." What would Thomas like to do? He tells you as fast as he can. He says if you're looking for information on the dragon, you'll want to go to the forge level. But beware, there are Duergar above you as well on what he calls the ice gate level. And he informs you this is the command level. So he tells you go out the door and hang a left, and there will be double doors that you can open to the barracks. All right, so you can move your speed, or you can dash as a bonus action. So yeah, you can get here as a bonus action. Your party is directly to the south of you. Now you still have your regular movement, so you could kick open those doors and move another 30 feet. The benefits of being a rogue. You can dash as a bonus. You can, but only from the inside.
There's always the ready action, since they're going to open the door. Maybe you can say, I'm going to stab whoever.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to kick open the door, and you've got 30 feet of movement. So, I mean, let's see here. Yeah, you could get up to her and stab her in the face. Be my guest. All right.
How about a 19?
Yep, that hits. No sneak attack though, because this arrow slit is separating her and Sam.
Is she within 5 feet of an ally?
Well, not really, because like I said, it's 7 feet and there's an arrow slit. I don't know if that counts.
No, is she within 5 feet of an ally?
Right.
Of one of her allies, no.
Oh, no.
She's not within 5 feet of one of us or one of her allies.
Right. They haven't come out yet. They're still putting on armor.
We're on the other side.
My swashbuckler would still get the sneak attack, right?
Oh, that's true. You're a swashbuckler. So, yeah, it'll count.
All right.
What you're saying is I could jam my tail through that arrow slit, and since it has reach, I
Yeah,
can try to pull her out via tail.
You could totally pull an aliens situation and try to grab her and yank her through the tiny hole.
I'm deciding on if I want the tail or the shark teeth.
Do you have any hand weapons?
I have a hammer.
So what I'm saying is you could make your 2 attacks with your hammer and make a bonus attack with your tail or teeth. So I mean, if you're popping claws, then no. That's not a bonus attack because you have a hammer in your hand. But you can't, well, I mean, if you don't use the hammer with claws, you can make 2 regular claw attacks and a bonus claw attack for an offhand.
So I did 15 points of damage.
Okay. Well, she's terribly unhappy with that. But she's not dead. I'm not dead yet. Okay, so that pretty much uses up Thomas. Sam, what would you like to do?
gonna just
Bravely run away.
yeah, I'll be over here.
Okay. Are you not casting anything or?
Not yet.
It's always the ready action.
Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. And as soon as this one comes out of his area or whatever he's in,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna cast Enemies Abound on him.
Okay. All right. The female Duergar that just got stabbed is going to try to... No, she just got stabbed. All right. So she enlarges because Duergar can do that. And she becomes large. She's now about the size of an ogre. And that's all she can do, evidently, because that is her action. Scrapbeard, what would you like to do? She will no longer fit through this hole.
My tail will.
Yeah.
So I'm going to rage. What's the button combo to see how far I'm moving?
If you left click on your mini and then click the right mouse button and drag it to wherever you want to go while still holding down your left button, it will do a line.
I'm trying so hard. Left.
So
Right.
so click like you're going to drag it and then tap your right mouse button.
Oh, there we go. I'll use 8 feet of movement here.
Okay.
Double poke.
So what's the reach on your tail? Is it 10 feet?
10 feet.
All right. Yeah, you can hit her.
Maybe not that one. So how about this tab?
Yeah,
How about a 22?
22 hits.
Ooh.
So is your
Why
mechanical...
is he saying I rolled a crit? I don't understand.
Probably because you did. No, you didn't. You rolled a 16 plus 6. Weird.
There's some weird stuff in the formula for that roll.
Yeah, no. 22 hit. A soft 22 hits though.
11 piercing damage. But
Okay.
it isn't including my rage damage either.
What's your rage damage?
It says I get +2 to damage on rage, and I have a +3 strength. I rolled an 8.
So 16 total. She's dead.
That'd be 13.
Well, if you've got a +3 to strength, so...
I rolled an 8, so that's +3. That's the 11.
Oh, okay, I see.
From rage.
I gotcha. Yeah, this formula's... Something's wonky. But anyways, she's dead. She goes down. The Duergar...
Are you all right, Master Thomas?
I am well.
The Duergar all do the same thing and
I just want
enlarge.
to use the rest of my movement, if that's all right.
Yes, you can.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Click. Just one click. Nope. There we go. I have 4 feet of movement still.
all of the Duergar enlarge before coming out of their hidey holes. So we'll go ahead and get this one out of the way. He comes running out. Sam, you can do your thing.
I cast Enemies Abound. Yes, making 1000 save.
Okay. He gets a 17.
Crap.
Nothing happens.
All right.
I hate those all or nothing spells.
So let's see. He comes out. And he is going to assume that his friends are going to deal with Thomas, and he's going to take a whack with his war pick on Scrapbeard. 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. This might hurt a little bit. You might feel a little war pick. $12 points of piercing damage.
Ouch to 6.
This one's going to come out and attack Thomas. This one's going to come out and attack Thomas. And this one's going to come out and attack Thomas. So, 3 war picks. An 11 probably misses.
Yeah.
A 12 probably misses. What about a 19?
Hits.
Okay. For 12 points of piercing damage.
I'll do a reaction for half.
Okay. This one is going to come out and attack Scrapbeard. 16 to hit.
It would, but if I'm going to use my reaction to block with my tail for 2 AC.
Okay, so he misses.
I parry it with my tail.
Thomas, you see this one run out, hit a secret door, and run into a secret passage.
I missed which one that was.
The one from in here.
Oh, okay.
And this one does the same, and this one does the same. Turpin, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Is this slit here? There's a corpse on the other side, and there's a smear of blood coming out of this arrow slit here. Can I see through that sufficiently? It's a foot or more wide.
Oh yeah, it's 3 feet wide.
All right. I'll come over here and go duck, and I'm going to cast a fireball.
Oh shit! Okay.
Here. So I've got here's my little template that I drew of the size. Let's see if I can capture it. Oh, I do have to have the right selection tool to move it.
And Thomas Blackthorne already used his reaction.
Mm. Oh, is that what you have to use a reaction to evade or whatever?
Yep.
Oh well.
It's okay. We got healing potions. We're good.
Yeah. All right, so that little thing it's broken, so I can't move it. So the best I can do is see like right here. That's still not making any sense.
So 20-foot radius is going to get
Yeah, that's where
all of these guys and go out the door.
They're giant, so I can't really fire down the hall like I was originally planning because I can't see past them.
So those guys need to make a deck save, as does Thomas Blackthorn.
DC 16.
They only get a 12, so they're going to eat all of it.
I made 23.
All right, so Thomas will take half damage, but with evasion, that means he takes none.
So you roll underneath the body of one of these things just as the fireball blows up.
Yeah, it does. So that does not use a reaction. Now let me double check that. But evasion, if you would roll for half, then you would take none. So first of all, evasion doesn't happen until. So I'm sorry, you don't have evasion yet because it doesn't happen until 7th level. But uncanny dodge. When an attacker you can see hits you with an attack, you can use a reaction to have the attacker's damage. So, no, Thomas will take half damage. My bad.
I thought thieves had something special
But
for
I just
that.
used that.
Well, you used uncanny dodge to take half damage. That was your reaction. You don't have evasion yet.
Damn.
I was thinking you had evasion, but you do not.
Oh, well.
So Turpin will say, "Oops, my bad."
I don't know. With numbers like this, it might. I probably would have made the same decision.
Yeah.
Do you want me to execute the old man? Master Thomas.
Holy shit.
Thomas, may I execute the old man to hurting you?
So Thomas takes 15. These guys are all incinerated. Oh, probably helps if I grab the right tool. Splat. 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 And splat. Keeping in mind that fireball goes around corners. So, yeah. We'll just put their bodies back in their hidey holes. Fuck those guys. Anything with a bonus action or movement, Turpin?
I'll hold my hands up and go, it was an accident.
I'm sorry. My bad.
I didn't want to hurt him.
I ate too much Metamucil this morning.
I called for it. Good move.
Thomas, what would you like to do?
Now I don't have to disengage.
That's right. Yeah, that problem's solved.
I just want to run up and look at this passage and see if it's still open.
Yeah, the passage is still open, and there is a Duergar dwarf. There is a dark or a gray dwarf right in front of you. His back is turned to you. I would say that he didn't expect that to happen, and so I'm going to say that it counts as surprise, so you have advantage on your attack.
I like it when you say that. 24.
Yep, that hits him.
And he takes 23.
Ooh, he is not dead, but he is bleeding profusely from one of his kidneys. And when you pull the sword out, or when you pull your rapier out, it appears he may have had stones. There's a clinking sound that drops.
When they enlarge, does the pain from stones go away, kidney stones and all that?
Maybe, because everything gets bigger. So I don't know. Maybe it's worse. The stones probably got bigger too. Now they're like fucking river rocks. Anything with a bonus action or any additional movement?
Nope.
All right. Sam, what would you like to do?
I'm not sure if I even know these people are here.
You saw movement heading, and you saw Thomas head up like there was another room.
I'm going to go this way and just peek around the doorway. So.
Okay, so you see that Thomas is standing in front of what appears to be a secret door that has opened up. And there's blood dripping from his rapier.
I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration.
Okay. So he gets a D6 on attacks and saves?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Attack, ability, and save.
All right. Scrapbeard, what would you like to do? So like Sam, Scrapbeard, you saw these guys move to the north end of the room, and you saw Thomas follow them.
Just need to move there. Smack the first guy with my warhammer.
Go for it. Imagine it's not really a warhammer. It's like a ball peen hammer. It's just ping,
No.
ping. No, that's a miss, but you get another warhammer attack. 18 hits.
Sweet.
Right in my dwarf stones.
That's total of 10.
Okay, so this guy drops.
I'm gonna
And
take his spot and then stab the next guy with my tail.
okay.
Nope, that's damage. Nope. Hold on. I did not even roll. Why is it saying that I crit? 11 will not hit.
No, 11 will not hit.
Wait. His back turned me. Do I get advantage?
I will say yes. I mean, we're talking about 6 seconds. He's surprised that anybody followed him.
Well, plus they foolishly enlarged and then jammed themselves into this narrow secret passage.
Yeah, they're basically almost having to turn sideways to get through this passage. It's not even a full 5 feet wide.
23 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, it's showing it at like 2.5 feet wide on the thing here.
Oh, it fixed itself. So that's
So 13 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had another question. Wait, hold on.
Wait, no, it's not 13. It's like 7.
That's 7? Okay.
Yeah.
So my other question is, your scorpion tail, does it deal poison damage?
Nope. It's, like I said earlier, it's not even like a scorpion tail. It just looks like one. It's just basically a massive drill.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So he takes that. The Durgar, well, he is going to...
I was going to move back after that.
Okay. He's going to... Wow, you're a dick. He's going to move back and smack Thomas, standing on the corpse of his buddy. Oh, that's unfortunate. He only rolls an 11, so he's going to probably miss Thomas, I would imagine.
Yeah.
This Durgar opens another secret door at the end of the tunnel and comes out and opens these double doors and steps out. However, nope. Drek shoots his heavy crossbow at this guy from around the corner, but misses, and then ducks back behind the corner. Turpin, what would you like to do? You hear the sound of a heavy crossbow being fired, the twang, and a crossbow bolt ricocheting off of the rock wall from the northeast.
So I'll come to this point, and as far as I can tell, I don't know that I can see that guy.
Yeah, I don't think you have line of sight on him.
So I'm here, and I'm looking down the corridor to the east, and I see an empty corridor, and to the left, I saw people running up there.
Yep.
Getting into combat and all that other jazz. And my friend Sam is right there. So I don't like people coming up from behind, so I'll ready an action to attack anybody that's sneaking up behind me.
Okay.
The Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Done.
Thomas, what would you like to do? You got...
Do I have enough room to move past him still?
As a halfling, yes, you can move through between his legs because he is large.
All right. I want to use a disengage then and move through him.
Okay. You can do that.
Can I move all the way to there?
If you so please, yes.
All right.
Yeah, this Durgar's like looking between his legs as this halfling just takes off booking.
Yeah, and stab this runaway.
Okay.
17?
Hits. Although, ducking underneath the Durgar, dwarf sack brush the top of your head.
-1 to sanity.
-1 to charisma.
Well, he still takes 25 points of damage, so.
Ugh. Okay, so he is grievously wounded, but he does not go down, not yet. But he is standing there with blood gushing out of his back.
As I intended.
Sam, what would you like to do?
I'm going to go around the corner and viciously mock this fool.
Okay. So he gets a whiz save, which is unfortunate for him. But he rolls a 17.
Nothing happens.
Anything with bonus action or any additional movement?
No. That's it.
Okay. Scrapbeard, what do you got you want to do to this guy?
Battle with my hammer.
All right. You most certainly do that.
It's 14 hit.
It does not. He blocks it with his
21.
shield. 21 hits him right square in the forehead.
Bonk. That's 14 damage. Right in the
Okay.
head.
Ow. I got a headache, but he's not dead. I'm not
I'm
dead
gonna
yet.
go low with my tail.
Okay.
23.
That hits. Sweep the taint.
Stop rolling twice, please.
So 6.
6 plus 2, that's 8.
Okay. And he goes down.
Through the stomach, out the back.
Yep.
You got a
Throw him
kidney
back
on
into his
the
room.
He's drilled.
Yeah.
Anything
but
with
he shrinks.
Failed to carefully put him back into his room.
yes, and then carefully put him back. So, anything with movement?
I will.
Your one that you're supposed to protect, yes, is down the hall, down the secret passage.
I can get there.
Okay. The Duergar. The Duergar turns invisible and is going to run away, which means that Thomas, you get an attack of opportunity at disadvantage because he is invisible.
Sorry, 7.
7 misses, so
Miss.
he...
Can I attempt a perception check to do a disadvantage attack? For sound or dirt scuffing or something like that?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. Let me see what his...
I'm staring down that hallway for things coming up from behind us. And I know Duergar go invisible, so it's not like I'm...
Right, you're not surprised by this.
So 25 perception. Thanks.
Jesus,
gods.
yeah, he got like a
Okay.
9. So, yeah, you can hear him moving down the hall, and
I'll
you
do
can
a
make an attack at
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
All right, my Eldritch Blast. Boom, boom. So 11 and an 18.
18 hits.
So he takes 13 points of damage.
Ugh. And you see this Durgar face plant and become visible in the hallway.
Ever vigilant.
Pew pew.
Hold on, let me get rid of some Durgar.
And all of this area is difficult terrain now.
It is? Why?
Because there's blood and corpses all over.
Oh,
the
well,
place.
yeah. I mean, blood can be a little bit slippery. At first. So you guys wipe out this Durgar barracks.
I'm going to use prestidigitation for the next minute on everybody to try to get the blood off of them.
In this room, between all of these dead Durgar, you find 13 gold pieces amongst all of them.
I'll keep mine in silver. My 30 pieces of silver.
You could. It's in various coins. You can divide it up however you like. Yeah, you get 13 gold pieces off of these guys. They don't have any magic weapons or anything like that. These are just mooks. My cat's going crazy and climbing the walls. Luckily, one of the things she did when she was younger, it didn't weigh so much. One of the things she did, she would jump from the game table and hang from the Forgotten Realms map on my wall. Like she was fucking Spider-Man. Yeah.
Spider cat.
Yes.
Cat.
Yes. So you clear this chamber. So Thomas and Scrapbeard, the room that you are in, this rectangular room has sets of double doors, one to the north and one to the south. The one to the south is now open. A brazier of glowing hot coals stands in each corner. In the middle of the room is a low stone table, on top of which is drawn an illustration that looks something like a map. So then the question is, are you going to tell everybody to come in and look at this? What are you doing?
I'll take a look at it.
Okay. So close inspection of the drawing reveals that it is an accurate depiction of 10 towns and its environs. Mounted on top of a thin iron stand on the table is a 6-inch tall dragon figurine carved out of Chardolin, a miniature version of the Chardolin dragon, its wings outstretched. The figure's stand is attached to an iron rod to a grooved part of the that is carved into the table, allowing the figurine to move across the map from one segment to another. If a lever on the west side of the table is pulled, the dragon figurine, quote unquote, flies over the 10 towns on its present course. And this is the course that you see. Did everybody get that?
Yep.
I got it.
This is the controller.
Well, it's not really a controller. It's showing you the flight path. It's a map of the 10 towns and showing you the flight path. Thomas, you estimate that as an art object, the dragon figurine made out of Chardolin is worth 50 gold pieces. However, knowing what you know about Chardolin, you may not actually want to hang on to that.
What's Chardolin?
So Chardolin is the crystal fragments of the crystal shard, and if you hold on to them for an hour or more, it will cause an indefinite form of madness. And it's accumulative. It will get worse and worse.
So I want to ask the bard and the warlock if they think this is a control.
Bard and warlock, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Yeah. Let me do mine with normal instead of it. So, yeah, 10 or 11. Mine was average.
And what did Sam get?
What you making?
Arcana check?
I'll help you out
20.
too. Okay, you don't need help.
Okay,
Good.
so 22.
On a 22, you can realize that this is not a control for the dragon. From what you can determine is that the dragon is a pre-programmed construct. This is its flight path. This is a strategic map that was created to basically plan out the attack on the 10 towns.
All right. I'll smash it just in case.
All right. Yeah.
Wait, before you smash it, it could be strategically valuable if we don't stop it to be able to know where it's going.
So let me bring it back up here. From this map, you know that it is starting in Dugan's Hole, then moving to Goodmead, then to East Haven, then to Caerdinival, and so on.
Sure.
The arrows around the map. You know from your experience, or not even having been there, but you know that Dugan's Hole and Goodmead are rather small towns. So this dragon is probably not going to take too long decimating those towns. Even if it just lands in the middle of the town and starts sweeping its wings around, it's going to destroy those towns.
Right. Well, we want to completely stop the dragon, and it's D&D, so we probably will. But just in case, in the real world, knowing where your enemy is going to go is good. And so if we fail, but we manage to get to the government, we hand this to them, and the bad guys keep using this might update the next path.
This is a stone table.
Oh, well, we can't move it or do anything with it?
Yeah, I mean, you could, but it's not light.
Well, I mean, I could stick it in my home as a
new coffee table. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you could do that if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah, okay, whatever, destroy it.
I mean,
it's like...
you could take the time to scroll down, write out, a rough map if you wanted to do that. I mean, Turpin and Sam are both equally able to, all of you are equally able of scratching out a rough map.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to smash the dragon part, just in case.
Oh, well, yeah. All right. We will break here this week, and we will pick up in 2 weeks. Next week, I will be gone to PDX land. I'm going to be playing the video games for 4 days and entering tournaments and crossing my fingers that I come out with a new NVIDIA video card. That would be fucking tits. I mean, even if we come out of it with an AMD video card, that means Kate would get an upgrade, but I kind of have to have an NVIDIA card because of my NVIDIA Shield. So yeah.
It's running in the 300s now?
Yeah, they have, what was it? Something like 3 3080 Ti's that they're giving out. And they have several 6600 XT AMD cards. So there's a potential for some good upgrades. And they always have good stuff in the raffle. So, I mean, even if Kate gets a new keyboard and mouse, that would be fucking tits. So, yeah, I mean, we always have a good time with PDX. They are actually doing a charity, and I don't remember exactly which one. If you guys are interested, I will post the link. But they are doing a charity to help. There's a group that goes out under the bridges and sets up every night to do meals for the homeless. And they do this every night. And they give out free food until they run out. And they do it every night. So we are donating to them to help supply them for their mission. In the past, PDX Land has done amazing work. I want to say it was something ridiculous. Like we donated something like 13 tons of food or something. I don't know. Maybe that's a high mark, but it was a lot. We donated over several tons of food to Portland Mission. So, or Mercy Mission. So, yeah, the donation is good. If you guys are interested, I can post a link to you in the game Facebook group, and if you want to give to that, you can.
Cool.
So yeah, that's why I will be gone next week. So no game next week.
All right.
We'll be at PDX Land.
Have fun, frag hard.
Yep, plan on it. Yep, I'm gonna kill some folk in Battlefield. So at least that's my plan. Actually, probably my plan is gonna be pirate a lot of shit with Jeff and Kate in Sea of Thieves. So
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. It was good playing with everybody, and Chris, really appreciate your DM. And
no
we'll
problem.
see you in 2 weeks.
I will see you in 2 weeks. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye. See ya.